Hello guys, welcome back to the Solutionist channel. It's your man Chuchu Wonsu with another edition. So in this edition here, a client came to me and messaged me. This is a repeat client. Messaged me about a 2019 Ford Fusion that had a whole driver side damage from the fender all the way to the driver door, the driver side passenger door, the quarter panel, and actually some part of the rear bumper, right? As you can see the picture in the thumbnail, it shows you everything. So that's the damage, okay? So in this edition, I'm gonna show you the finished work, and I'm gonna go over some of the things that I pointed out to the body man for quality control, and we're gonna proceed to go ahead and detail this car, or basically give it a car wash and clean it up for the client. And then once we're done with that part, we're gonna proceed to the delivery. So with that said, let me go ahead and show you what this car is looking like right now, because the thumbnail shows the damage that was on the car, but in this edition, I'm gonna show you the product. So here's the car, and as you can see from the thumbnail, the damage was all over the fender, right? And I'm gonna go over the damage, and I'm gonna show you some of the quality control that is being done on this car. So the damage was on the fender, a little bit on the bumper. The driver door was damaged, and because of that, the door had to be changed, okay? The passenger door was damaged as well. Passenger rear door, driver side passenger rear door was damaged. That had to be changed. The quarter panel was damaged and some part of the rear bumper, okay? So as you can see over there, that's the old door, all right? So now that this work is done, I'm gonna go over the quality control. So this is the old door. This is the original door that the car came with. This mirror here has a marker light, and it has something called a puddle light. The door that I got was not the same exact door for this year. So because of that, some things had to be done. You know, a side mirror had to be ordered to match the model of this year, and the door handle and the lock has to be changed to match this trim, because the trim for this year is different, as well as this chrome trim that goes over the door. So I'm going to go over here and show you some things that are very different, right? So you see over here right now, the chrome trim is black. That's not how it's supposed to be. And over here, you see this was painted the same color as the car. It's supposed to be black, like the passenger side, okay? So if you look at the passenger side, you will notice that that's black, okay? This is not supposed to be silver. And at the same time, it doesn't come with a puddle light, and it doesn't have a marker light, okay? So that has to be, there's some of the quality control that has been done. This side mirror has been ordered, and as well, this whole handle door piece has to be changed, right? Because it has to have the right one with the chrome, because this was painted over silver. It's not supposed to be like that. If you look over here, this door is not very flush, okay? That has to be made flush, okay? And then over here, this has to be switched. I already mentioned that. And this has to be taken care of. And if you look over here, this is not very flush, right? If you look at this, there's a lot of gap between this, so that has to be taken care of, okay? So the fender has to be pulled out to make that flush. There's a drop of paint right here that has to be gotten rid of. Now, to show you what a flush fender door relationship looks like, if you look over here, you see how this is flush. See? The gap is very uniform, and over here, this is that black piece I was talking to you about. You see on this side, this one has the marker light, and it has the puddle light, right? So because of that, that has to be done. And then if you look over here, this is very flush. You see how flush that is? That is very flush. Then take you over to this side, and you can see this is not very flush, okay? And also, you see this is painted, and the puddle light is missing, and the marker light. So these are some of the corrections that are gonna be made in the coming few hours or something like that. And so I'm gonna show you the updated video, and we're gonna come back to revisit. Everybody, so welcome back. So right now, the quality control on the 2019 Ford Fusion has been done. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what has been done to the car, and every single thing that was fixed per how I indicated that the quality control is supposed to go. So let's take a look. See over here, remember how I told you about the black around the mirror? That wasn't painted, that has been corrected. We replaced the whole mirror. It comes now with an indicator light. As you can see over here, it has the puddle light. Remember the chrome trim over here that was black? That has been worked out. Remember how I told you the door needed to be flush? That has been worked out. The door handle has been changed, and you see now it has the chrome trim, just like this one, okay? And if you look, every other thing that I complained about has been fixed. Now, you see the gap over there by the door is flush. I'm gonna show you the other side. And remember, by the headlight, there was the paint on the headlight. That has been fixed. And if you look at the car, every other thing seems to be in order. Okay, so I'm gonna take you around to the other side so you can see what I was talking about. The customer didn't pay for this, but I went ahead and touched it up. There was a scratch over here like a bruise. Cleaned that out, wiped it down, and touched up whatever scratch was over there, okay? And then if you look right here, you see this is flush. You see what I was telling you about? This is black, okay? The other side is gloss black, but that's okay because that's the actual mirror that's supposed to match this car. And you see the chrome trim is there now, and you can see how flush this side is. So the flushness is the same. Door handles, chrome trim. So that's the same thing going on this side. So as you can see, everything matches up, right? Everything matches real nice. She has the panel, the touch button where you can put a code to get in the car. Chrome trim, fenders are flush, headlight is cleaned out, and everything looks good. So this is a solutionist channel, right? Just in a true solutionist channel fashion, we're gonna take the client's car to the detail shop. We're gonna get it washed, clean it out, so that we can present the car like a man of a business class, right? You just can't give people junk when they come and do business with you, right? So I believe, as a standard procedure of mine, when you do business with me, upon returning your car, we'll clean out the car, make sure the car is in very good presentable form. So now the car is going to go to the detail shop. We're going to clean out the car and have it in a condition that the client is going to be superiorly happy with. Okay, finally the car is at Chappie's. So right now it's about to get a wash. As you can see, the process has begun, and I'm gonna bring you more. The car's about to be washed, and I'm not gonna waste your time. As you can see in this scene here, the car has been washed and it has been rinsed, and the car is looking cleaner and better than it looked prior. So I always bring the car back to my guy Chappie, and he does all my car wash and detail work. So at this point here, the car has been rinsed out, cleaned, wiped down, and he's actually walking around the car finishing the whole wipe down process. So that's what's going on right here. Okay. In this scene, the interior cleanup continues or begins, and you can see Chappie going around cleaning out the interior of the car because the interior of the car was very dirty. So we had to vacuum it all up, make sure that it's properly cleaned up. The mats and everything was vacuumed, the seats, all the debris on it, because the owner of the car has a child. So if you know anything about kids could get messy. So part of the quality control was basically, even though we did not make the mess, cleaning up the car so that it's very presentable to the client. The car is basically done. I'm taking you around. You can see the mats, you can see the seats, everything is clean. Chappie has applied some leather finisher. All the mats have been wiped down, vacuumed, the jams, everything has been cleaned up. Every single debris that you could find on the seat, leftovers from food, prior stuff, all that has been cleaned. Every prior things that belonged to the client was stuffed in the trunk, and every other part of the car was cleaned out properly, because we cannot afford to do anything messy with the client's belongings, so they have to be kept well together. So you can see the back seat was all cleaned up nice, door jams, all that was cleaned, all the way to the front passenger seat, all that was cleaned out nicely. You can see the leather's looking flush, the mats are looking well cleaned up, and it's looking nice. And here's what the car looks like prior to fixing the damages. Ladies and gentlemen, and here is the finished product. As you can see in the previous scene, all this side was damaged on the car, from the fender all the way back to the quarter panel. And I'm going to take you on the tour around the car. As you can see, the cleanup, the quality control came in real handy. The whole car is looking exceptional, right? Most of the spot was removed except that dent right there by the front bumper, which the client requested for us to fix at no charge. All right. And now about the damage side, right? As you can see, the fender has been basically fixed and painted, and the side mirror was replaced with a stock basically OEM side mirror and painted. The door was replaced, the driver door replaced and painted, and the passenger rear door was fixed and painted. The quarter panel was basically fixed, painted, and whatever issue that it had was rectified. Now let's go to the interior. I've shown you this before. This was cleaned out perfectly to present the car in its best form. And finally, it was time to deliver the car to the client, and here we are. I'm right here with the customer. I'm delivering the car, and I just wanted you. How do you like your car?
Oh my goodness, I love my car.
Okay.
It made such a big difference.
And how helpful was the loaner car? You know, if you
Oh
just
my, I wouldn't have known where I would be without it.
All right,
Absolutely.
I'm glad you liked the car, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just call me or text me, and I'll be available to help. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right.